Hi, today's evangelism encouragement comes from Ezra chapter 3, verses 1 to 4. When the 7th month came and the Israelites had settled in their towns, the people assembled together as one in Jerusalem. Then Joshua, son of Jozadak, and his fellow priests, and Zerubbabel, son of Shealtiel, and his associates began to build the altar of the God of Israel, to sacrifice burnt offerings on it, in accordance with what is written in the law of Moses, the man of God. Despite their fear of the peoples around them, they built the altar on its foundation and sacrificed burnt offerings on it to the Lord, both the morning and evening sacrifices. Then, in accordance with what is written, they celebrated the festival of tabernacles with the required number of burnt offerings prescribed for each day. The people had returned to rebuild the temple, but the first thing they did was to build the altar. Building the altar was of first importance because what the people needed more than anything else was forgiveness for their sins. There are many problems that people face in this world, and we need, as Christians, to do good works. We need to help people, to support them. But we must never forget that their primary need is forgiveness. No matter who they are, they need Jesus. So let's keep him central in all that we do. Let's make sure that we're sharing the gospel with people before anything else. Let's make sure that we keep the main thing the main thing. And after building the altar, they then celebrate the festival of tabernacles. This meant that they lived in tents for a week, a reminder of the wandering in the wilderness, but also a reminder pointing forwards that everything in this life is temporary, that actually they have a permanent home elsewhere. And it's the same for us. This world is no longer our home. We are just temporarily camping here whilst we await the return of Jesus and our place in our forever home with him. Do we remember that each day, though? Do we keep our eyes fixed on eternity, or are we more focused on building our temporary home here? Do we urgently share the gospel with those that we meet, to let them know that this life is temporary, but that their eternity can be guaranteed by trusting in Jesus? So this week, in your evangelism, focus on the gospel. Keep Jesus central in everything, remembering that people's primary need above everything else is forgiveness for their sins. And let's share urgently with people the promise that we know that we have an eternity secured in heaven, that this home here is just temporary, but our permanent home is guaranteed because of what Jesus has done for us. So let's go this week and share that with the people that we meet.